welcome back to Rottumer Island. So, it's... I keep saying this lately, and it's not a good thing. It's been a while. I don't think I've actually edited or released the other videos that I recorded the other week yet. Just nothing major, just not really had the chance. The editor... the editor went on strike. But yeah, I'm not going to say we're back because it's just manic at the minute. Lots of long weekends, things planned and stuff like that. So yeah, just trying to fit things in when I can. But we've got good news. Precision Farming has had an update. Woohoo! And now, for the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist type amongst you, was it broken, or was it how Giants intended it to be? I don't know. It's a genius move to put in the settings now. So if we just stop there for one moment, we'll go over here. No, we won't. Go into settings. We'll scroll down, and you can now see there is a precision farming section within your game settings. Realistic spread pattern. So that's what we were seeing when it was spreading more behind the spreader and got less as it went wider out. And the speed, so if you slowed down in a corner or just when you were starting off on a run, you'd get more applied. So they're both off. So if it was broken and you thought, how can we blag this? That's a genius way of doing it. Or on the other hand, to give credit where credit is due, if that was the way, if we're playing nice for a second and assume that was indeed the way it was intended to be, then that's very cool. But they should have explained that. And I think this is half the problem. The lack of communication on things. So features like that, you would have surely showcased. Because that's a big change. So everybody therefore assumes it is broken. So however many people raised bug reports and all that, and all the time that was spent to have to look at that is wasted, because that's actually how it was intended to be. So, I don't know. They don't help themselves, do they? But, very cool. Nonetheless, it's had an update. It seems to be okay from what we've done. All I have literally done is carried on drilling this field, but it seems better in the application. Alright, there's some patches. I think that's just where we've had storm damage. We're not going to be able to sort those until harvest, but overall, very good. Like the fact you can turn it on and off, so if you did want to play realistically, not quite sure how you do that, whether you'd have to look at it, work out what the width might be, adjust your working width to get your GPS. Don't know. It could be an interesting little test, maybe, but not one that I will be doing yet. But anyway, that is that field done. So what we can do now is get the roller probably on the fence, I think. We will probably... I'm not sure we'll put that on a worker or we'll do it ourselves. We'll have to think about it. I'm not too sure. So, I'll get back to you in a second. So we're just riding along with the fence worker, and you can see the tram lines just starting to appear. So, like we said last time, they didn't really appear that clearly going up vertically up the field. So I'm hoping once the rolling is done, they will become visible, I suppose. Is one of the words I would use. But yeah, no, that's okay. So that's on the worker. Let's have a quick look at the animals. That's what we want. So milk, 42,000 litres straw is okay, but could do with a top up. Plenty of manure, plenty of slurry. Now, I wonder if we... do we need to own the BGA to be able to, even if I can find the thing. BGA, do we have, I know what to look for, owned. Oh, we haven't got one. I thought there was one. Am I misremembering? This looks like it could be it here, so let's visit it. Ah, haha. Right. So, I think we're going to have to purchase that. Which is not necessarily 486 grand. Okay, well, what we might do, I'm just thinking about getting digestate rather than messing around with the mod and tweaking the input. Let's get to what we could do. Thinking out loud. Let's get the Massey. Let's get the Massey. We don't use this half enough as we could or should. So if we fill up with slurry, we'll drive down there. If we get the trigger, then we know we're good, and well, then we'll have to let it process. See if we can get it. I'm probably talking like an absolute noob and it's not going to work, but the plan would be fill this up with slurry, drive down to the BGA, see if we can unload. If we can't, then it won't work and we'll have to sort a different way, and we'll probably end up tweaking the mod. All makes sense? Very good. At least it does to you. Well, down at the BGA, and yeah, we don't own it, so I think what we're going to do is, first things first, how much was it again? 486. So we've got, how much money, how much stock have we got around us? We've got 55 grand's worth of milk. So that's good. We've got 208,000 euros worth of silage, but we want to keep hold of that. Corn. And we've got 15,000 litres of seeds. Blimey. Right. Let's go to... Is it finance? Yes, it is. Right, so we'll borrow 500,000 because there's some equipment that I want to buy as well. So I'll spam the loan key and I'll be back with you shortly. So to the tune of 500,000 euros in debt, we can now go back up here and we can buy. No, did I click buy or did I click visit? Click visit, stupid boy. Stupid boy, Pike. Right, so now we've got icons. Where's my tractor? So, I'm assuming... Assumption being the mother of all what's-its. There we go. We can then put in the slurry like so. Now, I mentioned some equipment I want to purchase because I'm not carting 8,000-ish litres at a time. So let's get this kicked off first. And we want to activate... Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, I couldn't see it. Activate the slurry. Right, so now what we can do is two things. One, we can go in and turn off the zone markers. We can then go into... where will it be? No, it is the Joskin cargo. So we are going to keep it those colours. Is there an option to get RDA? Ooh. No. Let's just see if we can get wide. No. Let's just keep it standard then. Don't want plate. Thank you. So we will buy that. I've no idea where the delivery point is. I think it's actually the shop, which is handy. And then we want this bad boy. Short, long pipe, short pipe. We'll go for a long pipe. Lifting. We'll put that on. Now that's 25,000. We'll put manure sensing on in case we do use it for spreadering. So that's good. 81 grand by that. Super. That leaves us with just under 18 grand, but we'll go and flog this spreader for now, pick everything else up, and then ship some more slurry down here, and then that could be a good plan. Pressed the wrong button there and stopped the recording. So, back to the shop, or not back to the shop should I say, and pick up our new tanker. So there's me thinking, oh, that'll be alright, we'll get a bit of money back from the farm tech. No. Because it was rented. Stupid boy, Pike. Right, but we own this bad boy, so that's good. That's good, right. So, connect onto that. We're gonna need to... hopefully we can get on this. Shouldn't have done this while I was recording. How is this gonna go? Awfully, probably. And we get a little bit where come on. This is like watching somebody reverse a dolly trailer. Although that's not too shabby. Oh, we had that then. Come on. That's not horrific. Right. Let's go and gift some slurry. Well, it is a bit more of a tight fit. Now we've got look at the car. Now we've got the the larger tanker, but I think we'll be alright. Come on, close. Whoosh, you fighter. Whoosh, you fighter. It's a vicious gate. Right, so, I think... I mean, we couldn't have picked a further spot away to place ourselves, really, with regards to the BGA. So I think we'll do this load. I mean, it's going to process really slowly. So we'll do this load. Come back, load up the milk, get the milk sold. Right, let's just check on... Oh, they're done. And yes, you can see the tram lines. Marvellous. So, we'll get this back to the yard in a bit. Did I just start this? Yes, there we go. Just top up the queues. What else was starting to run? There seems to be something up with my accelerator pedal. As it is very, very sensitive. And I know you can change the sensitivity, and that is... the dead zone is fine. So, I think there's just a bit of dust or something on the contactor. Right, I'm not going to bore you with me driving back down to the BGA, but I'm going to do, so I'll do that. Like I say, I'll get the milk sold, and then we need to think about really how to make some cash and get that loan cleared relatively quickly. It wasn't the plan. Wasn't the plan for the episode. And maybe in hindsight we could have bought one and put it on our land somewhere. That would have been a better idea, wouldn't it? Never mind. Well, that was rather expertly reversed in. If I did... Oh, I did touch the wrong thing. If I do say so. Myself, there we go. Right, so that's there for next time. I've knocked the speed up a little bit because we don't need to be faffing around in March. Now, I do know that I'm going to have to buy a dribble bar or applicator or whatever you want to call it for the back of that piece of kit. So I'm well aware of that before we need to use it, which is okay. So let's get connected to that, put that forward and refill with Milka. Lovely jurbly. At least this will pop up the old coffers a little bit and sort of remove that monetary anxiety. Other than that, while that's doing things, let's have a look at our production. So, output seeds. Now let's do it in this. Do it in this menu here. Right. So mineral feed we have 40,000 litres of the stuff. We've processed all the corn. We've got 15,000 litres of seeds, so that could be deactivated. Have we used up all the lime? Yes, we have. So, what I'm wondering is, with the corn we've got left, because it's a 1-for-1, 50 litres of seeds. I mean, we've done 2 fields. And we only had to top up a little bit. I think that's going to be enough. I think that should be enough. So we can keep the corn. Same for the soybeans. I mean, it's 23 grand, but it's 23 grand that we wouldn't have had. So that's all okay. Let's get the milk sold. So we don't need to do anything with that now. That is good. That is just effectively a lovely storage facility. It has served its purpose until we get the digestate. In fact, let's have 928 litres of the stuff. We are going to be a self-sufficient farm, which is kind of the sort of the goal that we set, I suppose, really. Yeah, you know, wasn't a very taxing, difficult to achieve goal, but it was a goal nonetheless. Now, do we know where the milk is at the best price? Do. Milk, milk, dairy. Funnily enough, right. Well, I thought you could tag. There you go. Tag the place. Right, off to to repaint the side of the trailer. Off to the dairy. Well, the only thing that I've just realised we can't make, or I don't think we can make currently, is herbicide. Now, can we? I don't think we can. That can be turned off. No, not with the current production. So 55, 56, 57 grand, we'll call that. Not three shabby at all. Now, I'm tempted to look to see if there is a... which way are we going? Not that way. We can go this way. We can go this way. I'm tempted to see if there is a production. Because it would be good to not have that outlay. So if we can do stuff from the crops that we've got to keep that self-sustaining vibe going, then that should be the plan, I think. And what I might do is, as Mr. Silly P would say, I'll peruse the brochure and yeah, we'll have a look. I mean, money is tight, but maybe we can probably make it work. So I'll go and have a look, and we'll see what's on offer. Well, having perused the catalogue, I've got to leave that one to Mr. CDP. I can't steal his saying. So I found one. Now it's not 100% ideal, but the only input we would have to buy is 10 litres of... Let me... Is it going to be here? No. This could be... Oh, take me a while to find. No. Pallets. Pallets. Here we go. Now, whoa, that's pricey. That is pricey. So, 500 litres of that would make quite a bit of herbicide. So, let's do things in a reasonable order. So, if we go back into here and construction, this is the one we are going to go for. We want free mode. No. Snapping on. There we go. And we want free mode off. There we go. Right. So let's just zoom a touch. Overlaps with another object. Why? What is it overlapping with? Okay, that could work there. How aligned are we? Let's move it back a touch and go with that. Super. Now, what we can do is, if we set the store, go back into where we were, and we're going to buy... We'll buy... I think we'll just get the one. I'm pretty sure it's 10 litres. I think. So, if we then go to Reductions. Herbicide, that's it. Yes, so 10 litres. 1,000 water to 10 weed freeze gives us 1,000 herbicide. It says different on the website. It says 10,000 water. I think that's a typo, hopefully. But if we'll activate that, we can then go to this, pick this up, and put it in. Put it in there. Then we need to get the water. And we should be golden. So we'll grab a tractor. We'll grab the water tanker. Well, the milk tanker, but we can use it for water as well. Get that filled up. Get it tipped in. And, yeah, job's a good one. Well, because we are surrounded by water, we were able just to back up to the nearby river and grab ourselves some free water. Now this is farming on a budget. This is, I like it. Oh dear. Right, so that is in there. Did we start? We did. Oh, and it runs quick. Lovely. That's what we like. So let's move away from the rather noisy production. There we go. There we go. So I think... So, we can make silage, we can make hay, we can make straw, we can make mineral feed, we can make seeds, we can make fertilizer, and we can make herbicide. Ha ha ha! Self-sustaining farm. Within reason. All we could do with now is making our own diesel. Oh. Oh dear. How far do you take it, really? Then we'd have to start making our own rubber to replace the tyres and all of this. So, I don't know. Maybe diesel. Maybe diesel. There's some sort of biofuel available to us. But I think for now we're going to leave it there. We'll leave these chugging away. And probably next time we might well be into cutting grass. Which is good. Because we haven't used that much silage. So we could potentially be making some to sell. Which would be good. And also top up the hay. But until that point, thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.